There we are. I'm live again. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry. We got that little lady in her drawers, but that's not what we're looking for. We are trying to do. We're going to do here. We're going here. Here we go. Are y'all there? Are y'all coming in? Anybody here? No, nobody's here. Okay. Here we go. There I am. There I am. Okay. There we go. Take two. There we go. We'll turn that off and leave that like that so we can see it. Okay, there I am. Hi. Okay, here we go. Now I'm making a graphic to do a tip in here, and I want to print it on. I'm going to print it on white cardstock. I got some new white cardstock if I can get to it. Where is it? Here we go. Because I want it a little bit thicker than regular paper. And I pulled these to use them too. And I got Miss Butter Rose songbooks over here. So I think we're good. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. So there we go. That's printing. Okay, everything's good. I'm just getting all my stuff together so I can see what I'm doing. Silly internet gods. So working with the internet's almost like working with a doctor. So I have this. Okay, that is too new. It is a ledger, an actual little ledger book that I have. I think we're going to use this to make a pocket. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. So okay, I got my tip in made. So let's see. I got my tip-in printed, so let's see how it printed. Yeah, that's good. I got two of those. They'll be pockets. No. Yes. No. Dadgummit. Okay. Actually, yes. I am. I am going to tip this in just like this. I wanted it to be bigger, but I'm going to go ahead and work with what I got. You know what? It might help if you get your trimmer out, Cindy, so you can cut it straight. Because you know you can't cut straight with a skizzer. You know you can't. You and skizzers just don't cut straight together. There we go. That's better. That's not better. I guess I didn't get past that. There we go. That's good. Okay. So what's cool? So I'll show you what I did. So I've talked about my AI program. It is Copilot. It's from Microsoft. We are not an Apple family at our house. We don't use iPhones. We don't have an iPad, an iMac, or anything. We are pretty much a Samsung family. It's what we're pretty much. But anyway, I have a Samsung phone. Jared has a Samsung phone, and I have a Samsung tablet. My tablet is pretty old. I don't use it very much. It is charged up. I mean, it still works. But anyway, so this is what we're going to do with this. We're going to tip this puppy in. Right here, we want to find our little thingamabob we had the other day. It should be right in here. Man, I didn't put a bunch of stuff back in my thing, in my bag. There we go. So we need a ruler. There is a ruler in amongst this mess, but that one is my tear ruler. We need a straight ruler. And there's a metal one. That'll work. We just need a ruler. It don't matter. Give me a ruler. That's the ruler bucket over there. So I'm taking my embossing tool and I'm just making a embossing mark so that it'll fold easier. We hope. There we go. Now, I think I want this to go, maybe, if it's not too small. Okay, so there's our problem. It's going to be too long, so I'm going to have to trim it to the back of her chair. Can you see the picture? You ordered 4 things off the community page? Okay, I'll start you a tab. It's actually the velvet ribbon. I took the wire out of it. That velvet ribbon that you guys bought some spools of the other night, it's velvet on one side, this champagne color velvet, creamy, and gold on the other. So, anyway. So what I described to it was that I would love to have a Victorian couple having morning tea on the veranda. I think it done a pretty good job. Now, do we want to, let's see, do we want to tip this into here? I wouldn't have to tip it in like that. I wouldn't have to cut as much off. Let's see, let's have our big long scissors. Do y'all talk to yourself like this? Your package already went out, Angela. So, I'll start a new tab. It'll be a new tab. So, and there. Is that where I want it to go? She's almost perfect, but she's not quite. So I think we're going to have to make our bend come in a little bit further, just like this, which is okay because we can always cover that up on the back side. We don't have to get there. There we go. And then we have a tip in or a tip out. I do love it. It is beauty-mous, but do I love it on that page? So we have a pocket there, and this, a ledger. Too long for that page. Actually, yeah, too long for that page. She's really good for that page. Really, really good for that page. Right there. I have to glue off my fingers as I rub. Okay, so we turn her over and we glue down this. Okay, hold on. I slid. And I won't be sliding around, sliding around. There we go. Now I like to put a bead of glue right here in my bend. And I'm doing that just like that. And you will ask me, why are you doing that just like that? I'll show you in a minute. Now, just make sure we're straight over here. Go straight. There we go. We are. Yeah. We're straight there. You know, I'm stacking things. Look, when I pull, like if I'm doing rhinestones and I pull too many, I stick them to things. Whatever's laying around, I stick them to it. So, anyway, there's my music. I don't want it to get wrinkled. Don't want my pictures to get wrinkled. There's some pages. Don't want them wrinkled neither. I do talk to yourself. Please, just talking to yourself with a purpose now. This is true. This is true. This is another couple that I done. They're walking in a garden, in a rose garden. Look at her beautiful long hair. I just said I wanted her to have long blonde hair. I didn't say I wanted it to be down to her booty, but there they put it, down to her booty. I'm looking for, there it is. There is a piece of it. I want a piece of this right here to go over that. Yeah. Just like that. I keep grabbing the wrong glue today. Okay, so we're going to put glue down on this. Just like that. There you go. And we're going to glue it right over the edge of that. And cover that up. Just because we can. And we're going to put our little girl in her drawers. Actually, she's in her slip. Right on top of that. She's a little Victorian girl in her little slip. Put her on top of that. And we're going to put oh wait. That's why it's not pulling off, Cindy. You're trying to pull from the wrong side. You've had trouble with that all day. I'm going to put a piece of our homemade vintage tape there. And where did we put our markers? I know we didn't pick them up and put them away. They were, oh, they're right there on the floor, right where you had them. You just couldn't see over your fat hip. Oops. Just add a little bit of more yellowy to it, make it look just a little bit more yellowy. There we go. These are cheap Walmart alcohol markers. I love making my fake tape with them. Trash. Nope, that's not trash. There it is. That right there is what I'm looking for. That right there. Now let's see if we can slide that in there. I may not have left enough room for it to slide. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Now, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'll turn over here to our flip out, and he's good. Flips in and out, and you still have a whole page you can decorate. How cool is that? Now let's go back here because we skipped over a bunch of pages because I didn't want to put it where I was working. Okay, so I have something on that side. I want something on this side right here. And I think this is where I want to put this right here. Nope, not that one. This one. Was it this one? Yeah, that one's more the right size. Okay, so we're going to have to turn it where the writing's going the right way. Even though I can't read that French writing, I do know when it's backwards. Okay? I do know when the writing is backwards. Even though I can't read it, I do know that that was backwards. So, anyway. Are y'all behaving? Did Olive come in a while ago? I thought I saw her, but it may have been something else. Oh, 4 things. Okay. Do you like the gold paper? I've been using this gold wrapping paper. I bought a whole roll of this gold wrapping paper. I'm loving it in it. And then I like the red roses on it. Now, y'all know vellum doesn't like glue. I wonder how vellum likes white PVA glue. It's upside down, Cindy. This is going to be a pocket too. No threats. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this pocket. I think it's going to be really cool. Anybody know? Anybody in here ever used the white PVA glue like this on the thing? And I know I see that we can't see what I'm working on. Let's pull this out just a little bit. There we go. I keep pulling it to me. There, did that help? Wow, there is a huge lag. There. Now I moved it to there. There we go. The Barely Art glue works good. Let's just see. I don't have Barely Art glue. We're gonna try this white PVA glue. Oh no, just a little strand, right? Did y'all see that? Why did y'all let me do that? Why? I put that glue right on the wrong thing. That is so stupid, Cindy. Sometimes even me, even I am amazed at my stupidity. There we go. So far it looks pretty good. I don't like for it to pucker up. You know what I mean? Well, that done pretty good. It's curling a little bit down there, but that done pretty good. I can handle that. Yeah, I fixed the the view. It wasn't looking right. Did y'all see what oh no. I was gonna say, did I put that in upside down? I got the book turned around. I will be okay. Now I had this out a while ago. Let's see what we can do with it again. So do y'all have one of these? I know they sell them like online for like $3 and $4. You can also find them usually at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Except for I need to look at my thing. Dollar Tree has gone up. I spent $100 this morning on prizes, but I had I had over 50 prizes. I think closer to 60, and then I also had what else did I also have? Let's try this. Usually my big one. I really want a big one, but usually it don't like vellum. But we're gonna try it anyway. Yeah, I had over 60 prizes, and then I bought 16 bags of candy. There we go. It did work. On there, I was gonna say I don't know where it went, but it did work. There we go. Now we're gonna take and we're gonna slide this beautiful lady right here. We may have to trim up our picture. Yeah, we're gonna have to trim up our picture. Let's see. Do we want to trim? Do we want to change pictures? Maybe. Put this one in there. Yeah, we'll just slide that one in. And slide our beautiful Victorian lady in behind our French words. There, you can see her. How pretty. Can y'all see her? Can y'all see her? I just realized the reason I'm not seeing all of what I'm doing is because I had my thing scrolled down. There. There. You can see her through the vellum. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We got Victorian lady there. We got that. That. Okay. I wish I could think about who that lady is that does these tip-ins. But we're going to do a thing here. It's not a tip-in, it's a pocket. So she glues down her envelope flap right down the middle, like that. And so then you have a line that divides your flap in half, and you have a slide in here and a slide in up there. And I can't think of what that lady's name is that I saw that does that. And I would really we have that. Now I will take and show you that you have, hold on, I may have to lift it up, but you have a pocket here, you have a pocket here, and a pocket in here, right in there. But we're going to look at this stack of little papers that I have here. I have some little papers here. And we're not done with that other side, so don't get excited, okay? Keep going, so you keep going right there. Maybe that one. Right there. Isn't that pretty? We could actually cut out that door. Oh, I got two. No, we could do that. That's pretty. We could actually do that just like that, couldn't we? Yeah, we can. We can. I know we can. There we go. So we're going to do this. Y'all, this is going to be the pocketedest thing you've ever seen. It's going to be so pockety. Here. I'm going to go right. Okay, we need to not go there. We need to go right there. And we need to not go past that right there. Okay? We don't want to block off that pocket. And then we're going to go right here. So, there. Now, I need to borrow a tag that we can still get in there. We can still get in here. And we can get in here. How's that? How you like that? There we go. And now this one here can be a pocket on this side. And we're going to glue just like, where's our glue? Right there. we're going to glue here, here, and here for our bottom pocket. That'll be our doily pocket, and then we're going to glue on top of it right here and right here, and that's going to be our this side pocket. Okay, so here's our, and we've got a tuck here and a tuck right there. 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 There we go. Leonore has bought 2 journals from me. She bought, what did she buy? I special made her one, and I can't think what it was. Gosh, my mind's gone. Oh, I made her the one that is about her face, that is reflecting her face walk. And then she bought one that I had already made and had in one of my sales. I can't remember. There we go. So we've decorated, in this one we've decorated this. Well, we've not decorated that. We have this pocket, we have these pockets, that pocket, we have this pocket, we have this beautiful lady inside that, we have this right here, which I think this turned out gorgeous. I love this whole concept right here. Just want that to make sure it's glued down good. But does she make them? I don't know. Hi, Sis T. Teresa. So that other journal cover is available. I just haven't bought the frame for it to go on it yet. So oh, that's not a pocket in the lace, it's a pocket on top of the lace. And I feel like I got a piece right here that needs some glue. There. Okay, Cindy. And I try to be real careful not to put glue where there's holes. Okay, there's no hole there. Because I don't want to glue this down when you need to slide under it. There we go. And that slides under there. Yeah, that slides under there. Slides under there. You're tired and painful. What? What? No, she totally disagrees with me on what? What do you disagree with me on? Teresa's in here trying to make trouble with me, I think. Oh, she disagrees that it's available. Yeah, she wants it. No, this is not. This is not for Teresa. This journal here is not for Teresa. No. She wants this right here. She wants this right here. Okay, we're gonna do some more. Leonora, they're asking you a question, honey. They want to know, do you make journals? I don't know the answer to that question. That's the one that you wanted to. Isn't she sweet? So I have these little bitty stickers. Oh, that says Merry Christmas. I don't want to put it on there. And they're Victorian themed. So I've been sticking some of them through there. There, that's pretty. I may have to turn my air conditioner on. I'm getting a little warm. There. Look, Teresa. Oh, if you want it, Sissy, you can have it. Y'all just are just amazing people. Y'all really are. See, I think that looks real cool there. I think we're gonna put one on that side too. And I think I like that one right there. Oh no, I like this one right here that has the little birdhouse on it. So I'll just have to make her another one. I'm so happy y'all like to boss me around. Y'all know I don't listen and follow rules very well, follow directions very well. Told y'all the other night that's why I don't like doing prompts because I don't like people telling me what to do. There we go. That is adorable, y'all. It's just the little things that you do. I mean, like seriously, I'm just gonna leave that piece of that's a little piece of folded up gold paper. I'm gonna do that. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna fold it like that, like a little envelope, and we're gonna stick a little. Here we go. We're gonna stick a little boy on the front of him. A little boy sticker, just like that. We may have to chop off his legs. Oh, we're going to lose his feet. No, we're just going to roll them around like that. And then we're going to just slide it down in there, all the way in there, so you'll know that that's a little pocket space, okay? But we're going to straighten him up just a little bit there so he sits like that. There we go. Love it. Love it. We've got a tip in. For some reason, I don't like to decorate the middles. I like to leave them for whoever's getting them to decorate in them. This is our little tip in of our husband and wife having tea on the veranda, morning tea on the veranda. And then we got a little girl in her drawers. She's in her drawers. She's in her sweats. That's what she's in. That was a sticker out of my sticker book. You know what? We was looking through this. When we looked through this yesterday, there was some cute pictures that were small pictures that would have worked in here. We don't want none of those. We don't want one of those newfangled pictures. I love that baby. Look, that would be pretty in there. Let's cut that out. That would be pretty in it. And don't worry about me cutting up books because that's why they're bought, to cut up. I buy them just to cut up. There's a particular picture I'm looking for that was up in the corner with a lady. That's cute. 1914. That's just a little bit late as far as 1909. She's just a little bit too late too. 1908 is the end of the Victorian period. That's when Queen Victoria died, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong, and it definitely won't be the last time. Come on, I know that picture is there. That grosses me out how they colored up that watermelon. These two ladies right here, I really like them. Okay. 1905. This one is 1925, but I think it would still work because I don't think she was very stylish. I don't think she was in her styles. I still haven't found my Victorian costume book, and that just aggravates the far out of me because that has some good pictures, but they're all black and white. There we go. They're all black and white. There is another lady that I'm thinking of. Let's just do a quick flip through. Because I looked at this very extensively yesterday with y'all. We're not interested in no cameras, no camera things. No, no. No, no. Kind of like her. Love those little kids. That's that. That baby is adorable. Okay, that's it. Now, we have a pocket here, but I don't like just looking at the envelope, so I think this is where we're going to put one of, did you get your message from me, Anitra? I sang to you this morning. I sent you a message and sang to you. But since you're here, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anitra. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Da, 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 da. There you go. Oh, I think we'll do this one. Oh, I'm wrong. She died in 1901. Okay, so this one right here is good. These are papers from Doretha. Did I do this? No. These are Doretha's, and she avocado dyed these. These are avocado dyed. So we're going to glue this over this, and we're going to keep our opening here so you can slide in here. But we need to reinforce this because this paper is really kind of thin. And I'm afraid if we do it, just do it on it, it will be, y'all. Did y'all see? I put the girl in her little slip right by the Jesus songs. Maybe we'll do this one. Take the name of Jesus with you. There we go. They're both written during the Victorian period. This one's written in 1870, and the other one was written in 1883. How flimsy is that? I do think I think maybe I just want to put it on a piece of paper. We'll just, oh wait, is that big enough for it? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Now let's see where we want to cut her. This. I think we're going to leave the edge of it hanging off, and then on the back we may put a piece of lace to cover it. There we go. Okay. You ready? 4 o'clock. Does it blow at? Does the whistle blow at 5? Are you ready for a napola? I'm gonna put some rice in the rice pot. We're going to have shrimp fried rice for supper. I love fried rice, pretty much with anything in it, but I do really like shrimp fried rice or salmon fried rice using salmon fillets, not flaky salmon, using real salmon fillets that I cook in my air fryer. Now I'm gluing this to this just with my stick glue. This is Elmer's Craft Barn. Nothing special. Bought it at Ollie's for $1, I think. $1.99 maybe. Can't remember. There we go. And now that don't cover it just like perfectly right, but it will be enough to give me some stiffness to go over this, okay? I just don't want to risk having my paper all tore up, you know? You know what I mean, Vern? I don't want my paper all tore up. There we go. There. Now we're going to glue it down just like this. Just like that. But before we do that, we are going to go ahead and cut us a divot out. We've been using the other divoter. We're just going to cut this divot out of this. This one here, I pinch myself with it a lot, so yeah. And we're just going to give it a little inky there, just a little ink. We don't want to mess with our avocado dye too much. There we go. Now we're going to actually just put our glue down on our envelope here. Maybe. And all the other papers that are under it, we're going to put glue on them too, it would seem. Because I'm a dweeb, and that's how I work. Dweebly. Just like that. Now, we've covered up our envelope, but we still have a pocket. I'm not exactly fond of pockets to the inside, but I don't want to lose the fact that I have a pocket in the envelope too. So it goes all the way. There we go. And we're not going to cover up our song, but we are going to go back here where we've got this part right here, and we're going to put a piece of lace down right there. Right there. And I think we're going to put a piece of this lace, our pearly lace. That way she can clutch her pearls. There we go. Yep. Right. There, cut it just like that. Just like that. There we go. Hey, Butterrobe. We all need to clutch our pearls. I just had this thought after I sat here and sloppily cut this out. Where's my silly? There it is. How big is that? Not quite. It's not quite big enough. But you know what? I have one. What is bigger? There you are. There you are, darling. I have a big one. A mean Mama Jamma. She has to sit in a box. She don't get to go in any kind of drawer because she is full stinking big. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or not. Yeah, I know what to do. Yeah. And it'll even up our edges where we glued it, where we cut it, because we are not always the brightest crayons in the box. Don't tell anybody I admitted that I'm not always the brightest crayon in the box. Wish I lived near Juju. She's doing an estate sale this weekend. I like estate sales. There you go. We're gonna put that down there. I think we're just gonna glue it down without any fanfare. No pocket, no nothing. Just make it glue it down. If I'd have been on my P's and Q's, I wouldn't have had to glue it to anything, but I wasn't on my P's and Q's. So there we go. Okie dokie, artichokey. Let's turn this page. This is one of those pages. That tea don't taste no bad. Well, it don't taste as bad as it did a while ago. Maybe that one was just. Guys, how long have I been here? I don't know. Have I been here like forever? Is it? It's 4 o'clock. I've been here a while. Maybe it's time for me to go. I've been here an hour on this one. I don't know how long I was on the other one. So, anyhow. I heard that little girl singing. He was talking about that little girl singing that song about the floods in Texas, and she rewrote the song. I heard her singing that yesterday. Juju, very heart stirring. There we go. I see your 4 things, ma'am. I'll get them all bagged up and put in a Angela bag. So the reason there's a C in that is because this is a dictionary page. Okay. Oh wait, did we get past what I done a while ago? Yeah, we did. Oh, okay, that's okay. I'll do that. There it is. So this is a Tim Holtz thing. These are, it's like fleur-de-lis wallpaper. So we're just going to do some stenciling on this page. She can still journal over it. She can still do whatever she wants over it. But it just adds a little bit. And I didn't get it just like perfect neither. So it may be time to break open my new one. That one's good. See if I can get in that just a little bit better. There we go. I like that. I like that page. You know, we ain't done a belly band in a while. Let's see. I had a piece of I threw it over here, I thought. Oh, yeah. It's Friday. This little doll is weird, but it's very Victorian, dressy, spooky, weird. She's going in the corner here. Just going in the corner. She's like a dolly. What the crap did I do with that? Pick it up and put it over there. Nope. 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 Cindy, what did you do with what you're looking for? Do you know what you did with it? Y'all got some good heavy duty mail today that I kept, but I don't remember where I put it. It was really good, thick, heavy, cardstocky kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, we've not done one of these. Why hasn't anybody reminded me? We need to do one of these. We always do one of these. You know what? We're going to do one of these using this. Okay, we're going to do our pocket. There we go. Pull our seal off so we can seal it down. So it'll be a pocket. There we go. And that can go there, and then we'll have that. But we're gonna put this down like this, kind of like this, and then we'll take our water and see if our water will melt that enough to, yeah. Okay, we need to move this for just a minute. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. And yes, I know that you can still see the white under it. I'm fine with that. Okay? Because maybe by the time we get done, you won't still see the white. Okay? What the crap? And why are you lifting? I think we're going to have to put some more glue on the edge down here. Maybe not. There we go. That's pretty cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking. What are y'all talking about? Juju starts her postcard challenge tonight. By the time Juju comes on, I'm in a place where I'm not in a crafting spot. There we go. There we go. Now, we want, where is it? Is that one it? I still haven't told not Lori Beth, Goldie I was going to put some labels on these and ink them, and I still haven't. I'm going to put a little glue there, and a little glue there. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now, that's where it goes. Ooh. We can clean the windows off, guys. Don't panic, okay? The windows will clean off. There we go. I likes it. I loves it. Now y'all want to watch what I'm fixing to do? I'm fixing to wipe that off of there because we don't want that looking like that. I may need to put a little glue down there. Didn't that turn out cool? Putting that ink on top of that, I thought that turned out real cool. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to bring our white journal over here and lay it on top of this pink ink. And so, what shall we do? What shall we do? We shall tear off this page. This one's almost done, y'all. I bought this last year in the middle of the year, and it was a 18-month one. It was a September through June, September 2024 through June of 2025. It was for school. It was a school calendar. There. Now, we didn't want to get that in there, but we also don't want to touch it with our hands neither, do we? And we want to put a piece of this down inside the envelope and glue it to the back. And that's always a pain in the butt to do because I forget and seal up my envelope. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to unseal our envelope. I want to unseal our envelope. It can be glued back. Come on. Oh, you can be glued back. See, look, I'm getting that pink ink all over that back of that. But we'll glue this back down. Yeah, we'll glue that back down because we're not going to see that anyway. We're going to get a baby wipe. Hi, Margaret. How are you, honey? Hi, Marty, honey. How are you? We cut a huge watermelon last night, put it in the fridge, and it's just too much. We don't have enough room in our fridge for a whole watermelon. So we always cut it and send a fourth of it to Granny. So Jared took that over to my mom's. And he's cutting grass over there. It was supposed to start raining at 1 o'clock here today, but I don't think it did. Now, are we? We're seeing if our fingerprints are good, so. There we go. Now, we want to glue this Actually, I think I've got my paper cut too big. I think it's too long. Pretty sure it is. But we can cut it off. Not as long as I thought it was. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now we're going to glue back down our flappity-doo flappity-flap, where we made a mess. Let me make sure, yeah. On there, right, but it'll be okay. There we go. Okay, so this is what our envelope looks like from the front. And this is a pocket, guys. Okay, we want to make sure that is really, really stuck, as is that. Because when we put it in this book right here, look, that little spawn of Satan dolly is peeling up. She's spooky. She's not a spawn of Satan. Cindy, you should not call things that. Just because you call your cat that, don't mean you can call your stickers and all that that. You should be nice. I know it's hard for you to be nice, because you're just not a nice person. That's what my husband tells me. When I tell him I'm not nice, he says, you never promised to be nice. I said, well, you didn't go into it blindly, did you? I guess it's been okay. He's stayed with me for 40 years, so. Did I glue that on crooked? Is it on crooked? An earworm. An earworm. I don't know what an earworm is, so. If you didn't wish our sweet Anitra a happy birthday, wish her a happy birthday, please. There we go. So this is what that's a card from Anitra. So we have a pocket in the back, and we have a pocket on the inside. Okay, if we can get on the inside, I know that we can. There it is, and we have a pocket on the inside. There, just like that. So I'm okay with that. I feel like it's crooked as crooked can be, but they ain't no pulling it off now. Okay, so we'll leave that one. This one needs glued down. And this one needs glued down. There we go. Laughing stock is Margaret. Sweet, sweet Margaret. So, Marty's here. I better put the top on top of my ink. Where is it? Here's the glue lid for my glue. I don't want her to yell at me like she does Mama Juju. It gives me a complex. Not only that, I generally yell back. So I don't want to have to yell at Marty. So, wonder where the lid. See, there it is. There's the lid to that one. There. See, I didn't want to have to yell at Marty. There we go. Laughing by the guess who's stuck in your head. There. This is what I'm looking for right here. That right there is what I'm looking for. I don't know music, so I don't listen to a lot of secular music, or I don't even listen to a lot of Christian music at home. I put it on my go to sleep thing at night with my YouTube music app. I have YouTube music, and I put it on my go to sleep thing, and I listen usually to a couple songs, and then I go to sleep, just like I'm supposed to. Hey, I kind of like that. Let's see if we can get in that corner just a little bit. Okay, maybe. There, that's cute. And that, my friends, is the back of signature 2. I have one signature left to do. I will do it off screen. Um, I will film a flip through, but I will not put it up until after the person that ordered it has gotten their book. Okay? So, this is what we're looking like. Let's undo that and undo that. Our lace should be stuck down. So this is our person that ordered the book. I took a picture she sent me of herself and turned it into put it in my AI program and had it make it into a Victorian lady. So we've got this is an old song from 1897. It's called "The Dying Girl's Farewell," and then we have a little girl and a little boy, and this is a pocket. And then we put some castles washi tape on that. We have a pocket. We have a belly band. We have nothing. We have a tip in, tip out, whatever you want to call it. Flip in. Then that is a pocket. Okay, that is a pocket. Now, this is one of the envelopes. It is a pocket. And so it goes all the way down through there. And then when you flip over this, it is a pocket going in from this way too. So yeah, we did that. And that. I don't like to decorate the middle pages. I think that is a good spread for somebody to be artistic with. We have a little tab made out of our rose wallpaper, wrapping paper. This is a pocket. Pocket here, pocket there. That's our envelope flap. And they're glued down in the middle. We have this little tip in this little bitty thing that is a pocket. And we have a sticker on it, but I cut it so that you didn't lose pocket space. So I just left that in there. Then we have this, that's a pocket, little lady, and we have some of our fake tape and a sticker there. A Victorian lady there. A Victorian child over a pocket there. These are little bitty pockets. They're the back side of our front pictures, these ladies. All 3 of the journals have a lady or a child in the front like that. And this is our back page here. And then this is the second one that we done, and we have this. And here's our lady here, and we have our pocket that way on that one. And then we took this gold wrapping paper and made it into it wraps around the side, but it's a tuck and a tuck. We have a lady on that side and roses on this side. We have a pocket with a Victorian lady in it. We have a vellum. These are French words, I believe. And then this is a Victorian lady that Goldie made for me on her AI program. And she used the keyword doilies, and so it doilied it up. It doilied it up. There we go. Lots of doilies. Doily, 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 doily. So, anyway. and that goes inside of that, and you can see it through the vellum. There we go. Another flip, ledger page. This is, y'all saw me do this. We got pocket, 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 pocket. The envelope flap is under there, and pocket. Not the doiley's not a pocket, just the envelope flap. And you know what? I want to put some more glue down here on the doily. Come on. Mm-hmm. There we go. There. And then we got that little picture there. And we made this little thing here. It's just like a little flip open thing she can journal in. But we put it in there just so that she would remember there's a pocket under there. And originally my ideal had been to put some ribbon through here, but I may come back and do that, not sure yet. And then we have a tip in here. We have a man and woman having morning tea out on the veranda, and it tips in like that. And then over here we have this, and y'all saw that, saw me do that. And then there's our hymn. Take the name of Jesus with you, and here's our lace. And our little thing there, we got glue obviously there because it won't just stick. Can it? Yeah, a piece of glue. There we go. And yeah, lots of things for her to decorate herself. There's our envelope pocket. There's our little scary sticker. Coffee dyed. I coffee dyed those. And then the last page, and we got a pocket. There we go. So we got one more to decorate, and we're going to tie it up and show you what it looks like tied up. So the front of this is going to have a cameo on it, and I'm probably going to slide a Victorian picture in the front of it too, because this is a pocket. So let's see. This one is really a little big, but well, she might go at least part of the way. So slide a Victorian picture in, and then pin a cameo on it. Yeah. So cut the edge of it like that, and it can go in. And then that's also down to that. And then we have our little lacy trim here. And I think we're going to make us a hang me off with a lot of dingle dangles. Let's put the lid back on that. Put it up. The Stampin' Up! Ink, it's old. Rose red. I've had it for a long time. It's some that my sister-in-law bought at a Stampin' Up! Party, and then she didn't stamp, and she gave it all to me. So, and I've had it for a long time. Okay, there's those two. Oh, we could stick this. That was on my card from Anita. We could stick it in there on something. I have some real pretty little those. Oh no, what's that? Oh, okay, that's me. A cardboard envelope is on its way to you. Okay, a cardboard envelope. There we go. Oh, I know what I was looking for. We're going to get in here and look around. We're going to be nosy in here, right here. Right here. So y'all know I have the brandy snifter. Look here, I just had a thought. So I have all this stuff, but I just had a thought. Let me see how much of this I've. Looky here. Does she need some more jewels? I mean, they like to wear their stuff in the Victorian era. You know what we could do with that? It is a necklace. I think it's missing a rhinestone there. I could probably replace it. Well, no, I could. It's missing one there too. But we could. What do you think? Do you think it needs jewels? Do you think? Anyway, we're looking for what we want to put on our dingle dangle. That might be pretty on our dingle dangle. It is a clip-on earring. If that was a rose, that would be pretty on it, but it's a poinsettia. Anybody want to have an opinion about this? Look here. That would be pretty on our dingle dangle. We can get in there. Let's see what we'll do here. We'll probably put a piece of a drop of E6000 and glue that down, and then run our chain through it for it to dingle dangle on it. See, that's pretty. That would be pretty on our dingle dangle also. As with that. Oh, messing around some. I could sew that on. I could also sew this on. Oh dear, I hope they're not going to start that and do that this weekend. Hope we don't have to listen to that all weekend. So, if you're watching, please send me a message on how you feel about the rhinestones and having this rhinestone pin here instead of a cameo. Let me know, because I'm okay either way. And if that's too flashy, I have this that's not as flashy. Or if you like the red, that red piece I had, the red piece could go also. I could sew it on. The red piece could go also. I don't really like the red. I don't think it looks right. But I think that the rhinestones would be fine because some of these are very vintage. This piece right here is quite vintage. What we got in here? Oh my, we're going to clutch our pearls. Only we're missing pearls. We're missing pearl things right there. Here's a piece I wouldn't even have to cut up my necklace. Here's a piece I could use and not even cut up my necklace. Ooh, yeah, I like that one. I like that sparkle. Oh man, watch it not be. It's almost long enough. Yeah, I think it would work. Hold on, what's it look like on the other end? Man, I'm sweating. Yeah, this end would work fine. There's that. Let's do this a little bitty one. So think that can go up. I think that right there is beautiful. This with that, I like that. Hi, Angela. How are you? It's beautiful. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing, honey? I know you have, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, you have an autoimmune disease too. Lupus? Is it lupus? Or am I getting you confused with somebody else? I think it's lupus. Yeah. Anyway, how are you doing, honey? Now, this one I'd have to sew down, but that's not a problem. I can get it sewed down. That would cover up that part of our lace, but we don't want it to go under our lace. So it could go right there. I do like it. Is it too flashy? Is it too much? Too much for a Victorian journal? See, I think it's perfect, but I like flashy and loud and yeah. Yeah, I'm that person. I do. Let's see what's in here. Did I look in here? It's a beautiful little turtle in there. Hat, little pink tassel. The tassels. I forgot about my tassels. Are you feeling okay, honey? Are you doing okay? The bling is perfect. I think it's perfect too. There's my Victorian. You know what? I'm wondering, do I want to do this instead of gluing it down? Do I want to take a needle? There's a needle. There's a needle thingamabob. There we go. And sew it down is what I'm thinking. Maybe sew it to the lace. Sewing it down with, because this is what it looks like on the back. You can, if you can see, there's string, and I could go in that string. And I actually have some silver thread, so you wouldn't see it, and I wouldn't go all the way through the thing. And I have a needle thingy. Ding dong. There we go. Because the eye of this stinking needle. Yeah. Remember yesterday when I was working and a little wind and rain blew up? That one in there. That one in there. Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I remember now how to use it, Cindy. Put that, pull that back out. That back out. Where's the end of my thread? There. Don't fall. There. Anyway, when I said it was raining yesterday and the wind was blowing and all that jazz and morass, well, the neighbor behind us, it broke off a huge branch off of their tree and landed on their shed. Me and Jared, we were talking about it because we didn't think the wind was blowing that hard, and we didn't think that it was lightning because mm, Earlier in the year, I was trying to think when I'm saying early in the year, one of our neighbors, the lightning struck her house, and her house burnt down. Anyway, it was huge. The sound of it was huge. I mean, like you heard it all over the neighborhood. There we go. We've got our little thing done. There we go. We just want to tie a knot in it. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Y'all don't want to sit here and watch this. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a little chihuahua. He's only 5, but I would be devastated if I lost my Rassie. So, anyway, I'm so sorry. I am going to go though, so I can sew this on when I come back. Today's Friday. I may be back tomorrow. I don't know. I usually don't video on Saturdays. Hi, Bonnie. I'm just fixing to leave. So yeah, yeah. We have a. Hmm, I guess he was a distantly kin to my mother-in-law. Uh, he was a roofer and he got struck by lightning and died quite young. He was, I think, in his early 30s, maybe late 30s, and several children that are actually Dave's age that Dave went to school with. Anyway, but yeah, lightning is scary stuff. And if I know this is crazy, if you're from the South, more than likely you heard all your life you shouldn't be taking a bath when it's thundering and lightning outside. Shouldn't be be in the bathtub. And I think that may be because we always had cast iron tubs, you know. I think that might be why. I don't know. Just an old wives' tale, I guess. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I get sidetracked. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'll see everybody around, I'm sure, tonight on Juju's or wherever everybody's going to be. So thanks. Love y'all. Have a great one. Bye bye. I got to find the right thing. Here we go. There we are. End it. There we go.